This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. I'm Gary Dick. The U.S. Department of Energy has canceled grants for 24 projects nationwide, including a $500 million award for a carbon capture and sequestration project at the Heidelberg Materials cement plant in Mitchell. Energy Secretary Chris Wright says the now canceled projects, quote, failed to advance the energy needs of the American people, were not economically viable, and would not generate a positive return on investment. Heidelberg opened the $600 million Lawrence County plant in June of 2023. The facility has the capacity to produce 2.4 million tons of cement annually. St. Joseph County officials say construction on the General Motors Samsung SDI electric vehicle battery plant at New Carlisle is moving ahead of schedule. Our partners at WSBT TV report structures are now being erected on the 656-acre site at the Indiana Enterprise Center. Economic Development Director Bill Shalio says the project is now really moving forward.
Between the GM site and the AWS site on either side, we're looking at probably 3,500 to 4,000 construction employees out on site, and there's a lot of other projects happening in the community, so just making sure we got enough workers to work on the projects. Really, the project isn't just localized, it really affects the region, so really just trying to get the word out.
Work on the 2.5 million square foot facility began in early 2024. When fully operational, the plant expected to employ about 1,700 workers. A New York-based company with a biomanufacturing plant under construction in Richmond has changed its name in a move it says will better reflect the scope of the business. Liberation Labs is now Liberation Bioindustries. The company is preparing to begin operations early next year at its first fermentation plant in Richmond's Midwest Industrial Park. The University of Notre Dame has tapped Washington, D.C.-based investment management firm Ancora to pursue the development of the first phase of the planned Tech and Talent District in downtown South Bend. The first phase will focus on the reimagining of the vacant former South Bend Tribune building. From the state's number one source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Indiana's economy is on the move, and every region has a role to play. Join IBJ Media and Inside Indiana Business for the Innovate Indiana series, presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. We're traveling to 10 regions across the state to spotlight business growth, workforce development, innovation, and Indiana's tech hubs. Don't miss this front row look at Indiana's future and the growth opportunities in your region. Find out when we'll be in your area at ibj.com/innovate. AES Indiana on Tuesday said it is seeking regulatory approval for a two-phase rate increase that would add about $21 per month to the typical household customer's electric bill by early 2027. The hikes, combined with another rate increase that has already been approved, would mean those customers would be paying about $30 more each month. A new adaptive kitchen is helping students at the Indiana School for the Blind and Visually Impaired get the ingredients they need for independence. It's the first of its kind in the state and features Amazon Alexa-enabled appliances, raised stickers, and stick-on bump dots on stovetop controls. Chef Tenoria Askew helps guide students.
I hope that this gives them some goals and confidence to dream big and aspire to work in a kitchen, be a chef.
Former Anderson University President John Pistol has joined Church, Hiddle, and Antrim as a senior advisor in the firm's higher education practice group. In a news release, the Noblesville law firm said the appointment marks a notable milestone in the firm's history. Pistol retired as Anderson's president at the end of the 2024-25 school year. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.